All right, we're really excited because Julie Sizemore has a killer chocolate frosting recipe, perfect for any cupcake or cake you're making this summer.
Well, and the nice thing about this recipe is, and we're going to show you how, is you can use it as a filling or you can use it as a frosting. So if you want to, you know, inject it into your cupcake or core out your cupcake and put it in, you can do that and then use a different icing on top or use the same icing on top. It's
yum, 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 yum.
And it's simple, simple, simple. So it's 1 pound of butter.
Okay, so 4 sticks of softened butter.
Yep.
I'm just going to get that in there.
The downfall to this recipe, it is very temperature sensitive.
Okay.
So, you know, when it's 100 degrees and if you're having a party at a park, this is not the ideal icing.
Got it.
But if, you know, you have access to a refrigerator and you can go in and out of the refrigerator and just put things out as you need them, then it would be fine.
Okay, so 4 sticks of butter.
4 sticks of butter.
Okay.
And if you want to just cream that till it's softened a little bit.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is, you know, most recipes anymore don't call for a whole lot of sifting. But for me, when, and I always buy the name brand powdered sugar because it's the nicest quality as far as the sifting goes.
Okay.
But when I'm incorporating powdered sugar into cocoa powder, the cocoa powder itself is also going to be lumpy. So I don't want to be biting a chunk of that cocoa powder in my icing.
Okay.
So I'll actually work my powdered sugar and my cocoa powder together. If you have a sifter, it works. If you don't, just doing like this, and even if you have a smaller one,
but it makes a difference.
it does, because look at all those
lumps.
Look at all the beads in there. But once you just work with it, you can actually break these up. But this is not a desirable taste in your mouth.
But how easy is that? 4 sticks of butter, powdered sugar, cocoa powder, and then some vanilla.
Right. So then what we're going to do is we're going to turn this down because we don't want all those puffs of powdered sugar going all over. We're going to mix this in. Okay, if you want to pulse that, the only other ingredient we need is some Madagascar vanilla.
And this is something I've got another.
That's okay.
I'm
going to just use a scant tablespoon because that's about 2 tablespoons.
And this is something you sell in the store, and you know, the best vanilla. Really seriously, you can see the bean in there.
And if you're not used to using the paste, I like it. It's a little thicker consistency, but just the regular Madagascar vanilla would you could substitute as well.
Okay.
And if you're coming to the store to look at it, this is what they look like. We also do carry this size.
Okay.
But you don't have to buy this size.
Okay.
I use a lot of it, so they're in smaller containers.
So you just mix this together until it's smooth.
Until it's nice and smooth.
We have some over there.
I have some already done for us. Now you don't want to overbeat it because you don't want to break down your butter. That's key. Now we got these tools in there called a cupcake corer.
Okay.
And what this does is it actually puts a hole in your cupcake, so it's serrated there.
All right.
You put it down in, you twist it, and then you pull it out, and it pulls the core out, and now you have a little ejector to get that.
Which we can eat that little part there.
So then you fill your cupcake with your filling, and now if you want to go back and add a different flavor on the top.
Love it. Little surprise inside.
Right. The other thing you could do is if you don't want to core out your cupcake, this is a Bismarck tip. And what bakeries use this for is donuts, filling long johns. So what you can do is, and I'll use a white cupcake so it'll be easier to see, is you take, see how long and slender this is? It doesn't destroy your cake. You poke down to the bottom and you fill.
You can see the little chocolate down in there.
And see how?
Yeah, a couple of times, just a little surprise inside, and then put the frosting on top. Creative Cake Supply offers classes all the time, and if you're worried or nervous about making the birthday cake, don't worry about it. They'll help. It's easy. You'll walk them through, right?
That's right. Yep. Class is starting next week.
All right. Wonderful. Great to see you.
Thank you for having me.
And happy belated birthday.